Alright, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in round 2 of DominateDominion number 104. And we are going to get this rockin'. Let me get these chat bans updated for you guys. Chat bans were Teemo, Kassadin, Nidalee, and Akali. Getting rid of that damn Teemo. Never want to deal with that. It is a major pain. As well as the Nidalee and Kassadin being super strong. And then getting rid of the Akali. There must be a player on the enemy team who plays Akali. Sounds like a target ban. And we are into our in-game bans here, getting rid of the Kha'Zix, Lulu, and Wukong, 3 of Dominion's top champions, making sure they are not a problem. And then coming out from purple team, it is going to be Syndra, Katarina, and Jax. Jax being a very strong pick. He's a great bot laner. Katarina actually probably a target ban at Rithel. Rithel is very well known for his Katarina, being very good with it. Syndra, I'm not sure if a target ban or just banning Syndra to get rid of the bot lane nonsense. And actually for this game, it is going to be Williaf Gaming, which is going to be on your blue team, and purple team is going to be jubjub. Jubjub. So, it looks like we're going to have Man picking up that Zyra. Again, Zyra being a super strong pick. She is... Although she doesn't have escapes like most mages, and escapes are very important in this bruiser-dominant game where things are jumping on your face all the time, Zyra can sit back. She has amazing counter engage. She's actually more of an anti-bruiser mage. When they jump in, she says, nah, roots them, throws up some plants, and knocks that ult out. So she tosses them all up into the air. See if they decide to take a Yasuo pick with that or not, but we will see. Meanwhile, coming out for jubjub, they do pick the Jarvan and the Maokai. Both incredibly strong picks. Maokai pretty much says, hey, do you have AoE on your team? I don't care. Gets rid of it with that ultimate super strong. Jarvan, or Jarmander, as we like to call him, always incredibly strong as a pick. One of the top bruisers on Dominion. Able to get in there with that engage, able to knock everything up, and then lock everything down with that Cataclysm. Flash is not very prevalent on Dominion, so it is a very good thing to have a Jarvan, because people can't actually get out of your Cataclysm like normal. Then MMKH picking up that Mundo. He's very well known for his Mundo play. He's a very great player, one of the top in Dominion. Just subbing out for a team, giving some of the new guys some help. And Denton's Bruzja, been around a while. Picking up that Pantheon, again, another really strong bruiser on Dominion. Able to get some really strong gang spot with his ultimate, as well as just being a really good solo duelist. And we'll see how jubjub decides to react to these picks here. It looks like they are highlighting the Jayce. They might go for it. See if they decide to lock it in. And haven't gotten a second pick yet. I'm running out of time. I've only got like 15 more seconds. Better decide. There's the Lee Sin. And a very bruiser-heavy comp coming out right now from jubjub. That is 3 bruisers and a Maokai. They have almost no magic damage. I'm really hoping one of these guys is going to be bot lane with them. And then the last pick is probably going to be an AP. But if that's not the case, that Mundo is going to go on a field day. He's going to be picking up that Randuin's, he's going to pick up that Sunfire, and he is going to laugh. But we'll see. They might have something else planned that I haven't seen yet. And with that Lee Sin being picked up, Lee Sin is great currently in Dominion because of the changes to his W. He is able to shield to allies and cut the cooldown of his W in half. So when you have a Maokai or a Jarvan or someone jumping in there, he can shield to them, get a really low cooldown on it, and he's able to just juke around a lot more because of that. Doesn't work on turrets, doesn't work on minions, and it doesn't work on the Storm Relic. I did go and test that. And it looks like for our last few picks, we are going to have the Karma. Karma, as you saw in the last game, has tons and tons of damage with that Q. Build her like that AP mage, get that burst, and then she has the support utility of the shields for her team as well. And then Vi being picked up as the final pick. She is, again, one of the strongest bruisers on Dominion next to Jarvan. And let's see what the last pick is going to be over here. I don't know who's going to be bot lane. Monster is normally the bot lane player, but he has Vi. I don't know if he's going to switch with someone. They're going to run the Zyra bot lane. Don't actually know. But let's see if the Lux is going to be locked in. Lux will be that AP mage for the enemy team, although she's a bit more of a supporting mage. She doesn't have full bursting powers like an Annie or a Brand, but she can still output quite a bit of damage. Alright, well, looks like it is going to be that Lux pickup. That will be the only AP on the team next to Maokai. But Maokai normally builds really, really tanky and does not go for tons of magic damage. He just relies on his bases for the damage. So if Williaf Gaming decides to get some armor, they're going to have a really hard time closing out these fights here. And it looks like Monster is going to be running the Zyra bot lane, so we're going to have Vi, Mundo, Pantheon, and Karma up top. Very good mix of magic damage and AD. That Mundo bringing that percentage damage as well, and Mundo is actually a very good pick into the Maokai. Because when Maokai comes in, Mundo's like, oh, cool, I don't have to chase you down and try to get you. You're coming right to me. So they do have a lot of dive into a Mundo who prefers that, because he is a tank who does not like to go into things. He prefers things to come to them. You also have the Pantheon, so when things come in, they're going to eat a stun right to the face. And then you do have the Vi as well up there, who is going to be able to lock something down in the back line and just blow it up. Karma is going to be able to give her team those massive shields, and Zyra is a very dominant force in the bot lane. She can push, she can push, she can push, and she's very, very safe. And I'm actually very curious on who's going to be bot for jubjub. And as we get into the timer countdown, we can take off our blockers. And check out these summoner spells here. It looks like we're going to be having pretty standard stuff for coming out from blue team. Monster is going to be taking that heal bot lane. Very interesting. I don't know too many bot laners who run it, but it did get buffed, and it is very useful now. Rith is going to be running that heal on the Karma for top lane. Very good. Ever since heal got changed, it's very nice to actually just have one on your team somewhere on the map, because it is so incredibly useful. The move speed boost coming out, as well as the heal for you and another ally, up to 500 health almost at the end of the game. And Dominion does scale very fast, so it's a great, great summoner to have. Coming out for jubjub, they do have a few revives. It looks like Lee Sin opting not to take it. He is, however, having the flash and the exhaust. And then Jayce is taking the Garrison and Ghost, and not taking any combat summoners whatsoever. Probably just going to try to play it really, really safe in the back. But if that windmill fight goes sour and they lose Lee and Jayce pretty early, they are going to lose that windmill fight. They will not be able to revive and get back up and help their team. So hopefully the Maokai and Jarvan will be able to 2v4 or 2v3. But we will see what happens. And as we are counting down into this game, my name is Fancy Wolf. I'm going to be your solo caster for today. My duo buddy caster, Rando Carizian, kind of ditched me, because Rando is such a jerk. He betrayed me and said, no, you're on your own. That was very sad. But if you want to see more of my stuff, I am a very well-known Dominion streamer. You can find me over at twitch.tv/SirFancyWolf. There was a command in the chat for that, but it got removed by someone. Not sure who. And this is going to be round 2 of Dominate Dominion number 104. Yeah, darn that Rando. Rando Carizian is just, he betrayed me, man. He left me. He's like, you know what, dude? You're on your own. I don't know why Rando did that. It was so mean. I was truly hurt. Truly, truly hurt. There was many feels to be had. And for any of you guys coming out here for the first time, or stopping by again, welcome back. But if you're a first-timer in the chat, feel free to ask questions about Dominion. There are plenty of high-level players in the chat that can give you a hand or answer anything for you. Why did so-and-so do this? Why do they have revive? Etc., etc. I'd be more than happy to answer those questions for you. Alright, and we are getting loaded into the game now. And yes, that was the point of the joke, lols, was his name is Rando Carizian, and he betrayed me. But instead of Lando, it's Rando. Alright. So let's get our team names updated here. It is going to be Williaf on the left or top side for you guys. It is going to be Man on Vi, MMKH on Mundo, Densbroja on that Pantheon, Rithel on Karma, Monster SS4 on Zyra. And on the enemy team we do have jubjub. It's going to be Toon2153 on Jarvan, the Dog Lover 1233 on Maokai, Svendy 9th Killer on Muay Thai Lee Sin, Demon Conqueror 321 on Jayce, and Larry Pie on Lux. Actually don't recognize anyone on that team from past Dominion tournaments, so I think it is their first time. Meanwhile, Williaf Gaming is a pretty well-known team. We have a lot of players on there who are DominateDominion veterans, but Rithel is actually his first time playing in a Dominion tournament. So everyone has to make sure to make a lot of fun of him, because he was very nervous about playing in the tournament today. And I said, don't worry, have fun, and if you suck, we're all going to make fun of you. Alright, and we are about to hit 100% into this game and get loaded, get hyped for round 2 of DominateDominion. Hopefully it lives up to the hype of the last game, because last game, that was one of the most intense round 1 matches I have ever seen. That was just crazy. I've never seen a round 1 come down to the wire like that. It was very, very impressive from both teams. Alright, and the items are coming out for both teams here. See if we have any oddball pickups, but seems to be pretty normal for the most part. Mundo getting that health gem, and Boots, he has more money. I don't know why he's not getting another health gem. Okay, there you go. He was deciding on whether he wanted another health gem or to just upgrade right into that Kindle gem. And with that, Mundo, you want that CDR, so he's going for that Kindle gem. Probably going to go for the early Spirit Visage. Very nice pickup. Got Prospector's Rings and Blades coming out all over the place. Rith actually opting for that Codex first. Very wise choice on Karma. Give her that extra AP. Give her that extra CDR. And then we do have Jayce starting with Brutalizer. That's very risky, especially because he didn't bring Revive either. He's going to be very squishy without that Prospector's health in the top lane fight. So he's going to have to play very, very safe in the back line, because if he gets caught out at all by that Pantheon or Vi, he's going to blow up instantly. So he needs to be very, very careful about that, and we'll be watching. But as we get into this match here, it is going to be Monster bot lane. A little bit of delay out the gate there, but that's okay. Lee Sin is going to be going against him all again without the Revive bot lane. I don't know if that's the wisest choice. If he goes down, bot lane is free. If Monster is able to get a kill on him, then that bot lane is going to be unprotected and a free cap. So we'll see if he can just manage to outplay with a flash and exhaust, but Zyra does have that heal. And we get into this top lane fight here. The cleavers are going to start coming out. MMKH tossing him around. He does have that Runic Shield Mastery on him, so he is getting that little bit of free health, and the engage does come through. And it looks like Pantheon is a little too far out. Jayce instantly gets blown up. He does not have that revive. He's not going to be able to get back up into this fight to help. And it looks like Mundo is just going to town on this Maokai here. Jarvan also goes down. Has not blown his revive yet. And oh man, this Pantheon is just ripping through everything right now. He is absolutely destroying them. He's still chasing in. The revives have still not come out yet. And that is going to be a triple kill for the Pantheon, taking it down. Meanwhile, in bot lane, Zyra pushing incredibly hard onto this Lee Sin. That is a lot of minions, Lee Sin. I don't know if you're going to be able to keep that point clear. And we will see if jubjub can make something happen there. That was quite an interesting windmill fight, almost for free. And oh, the jungle control is real. They're letting the Jarvan walk through, but Rith does walk out. They were looking for the engage, but decide to back out. The Maokai and Jayce were there, but again, Jayce doesn't have revive, and everyone else, except for Man, except for Vi, does have revive on the enemy team here. But alright, let's see what they can do. They're just trying to get some control. They're actually opting to push the minions instead. MMKH, being MMKH here over on his Mundo, just running around in the enemy's jungle. This is what MMKH does. We've never seen him play before. He always tries to go for that back line. And it looks like the good engage coming in, managing to take down Jarvan almost instantly. And oh, Lux, you were stuck in a very bad position here. That Mundo is going to get a cleaver. The Vi is going to be able to chase onto that, and they're going to be able to blow her up quite nicely. But does Vi have ult? She does. It's coming through onto the Maokai, and all the damage is just too much for jubjub to take. They are all going to go down. That is going to be 4-0. And it looks like bot lane, Zyra and Lee Sin trying to get into it, but the minions are dealing way too much damage. Lee Sin is going to go down. They're going to have to send someone to take care of that. Meanwhile, Lux revived by herself into a 1v4. I don't know if that was the wisest decision. Jayce coming back out, still has revive, and it looks like Jayce will be able to clean that up pretty easily. Or Jarvan was coming back out, and he still has his revive. And I think Williaf is pretty okay with going down right here. They have bot lane capped. This point is neutralized. Top point did get neutralized to the minions, but I think they're okay with just stalling out on this side of the map. They do have the 3 cap to nothing, so that is going to bleed points incredibly fast. And if jubjub decided to try and push into top lane as fast as they could, then the revives would be coming out. And it looks like everyone is going to be popping their revives on Williaf. They're going to be getting up there as fast as they can. The Lux laser comes out, trying to stop that Pantheon from capping. But there is a Mundo here, and he is super, super scary. This is 2 AP champions against a Mundo who is almost done with his Spirit Visage. That is going to be a Lux Reap. And here comes the Maokai. He is all out of mana. He's not going to be able to do anything about this. Meanwhile, down in bot lane, that Zyra was able to hold off for quite a while. Finally going down once Jayce managed to come help that Lee. And we'll have to see if anything else goes on here. It looks like Williaf is trying to make another play.
Quest received. Red team's captured the ball.
And that is going to be a dead Jayce as he face checks the mid brush all by himself into the Vi and Pantheon bruiser buddies, blowing people up. And they're trying to defend this midpoint. It is Quest. MMK sitting up here pushing all the minions into the point to try and get some help in neutralizing. The minions are just going to turn right onto Maokai and Jarvan. Minions do hurt a lot in Dominion. They can add up damage really fast, especially with that many. And oh, the Karma damage coming out is just too much. The Pantheon Vi jumping in, blowing up the Maokai. Jarvan is going to get ripped to pieces as well. And oh, Lee Sin, very nice kick, kicking everyone else away. Jayce coming out onto his own, but Jayce, you are by yourself. There are 4 people there. Don't know what you were doing, my friend. And he is going to go down as well. Vi and Pantheon, bruiser buddies chilling out, trying to keep everyone zoned. Pantheon going to throw a spear. Oh, Lee Sin getting very low there. And that is going to be a 4 cap for Williaf Gaming. And Zyra again just pushing onto this bot lane. The Vi coming in with the ult is going to be able to knock her around a bit, and the Pantheon jumping in with the stun to finish it off. That is going to be a bot lane cap, and this may actually be a 5 cap coming out here.
Blue team has captured the boneyard.
And Vi going in on Jarvan, trying to get that damage down. Pantheon trying to jump in. Buzz does get knocked up, and he is going to get blown up. The Bruiser Buddy combo is going to go down. Oh, but the Zyra coming in. The punch coming out while Jayce was mid-air. The knock-up into the punch. That was a beautiful play right there. Vi just like looked up towards the sky and aimed and was like, I got this, and punched up as high as she could. Alright, and it looks like Karma and Mundo able to hold off this midpoint pretty well. And that is still going to be a 5 cap. The points are draining so fast right now. When you have a 5 cap on someone in Dominion, you want to hold it as long as you can, because you are taking away 5 points of Nexus health every few seconds. So that is a very, very big lead that they're going to be able to gain here. MMK getting jumped on, going to try to stay alive for a little bit longer. The heal was used by Karma to keep him up a little bit there, but it looks like they will be able to reclaim their mid. But are they going to be able to get their bot lane back? That is the question. Jayce using that Shock Blast to try and check for stuff, and it looks like Zyra just has Lux completely zoned out, and it looks like she may go down. She is maybe... Oh, the last hit! She did manage to get it. Meanwhile, back up top, we do have a fight going on. Pantheon and Vi trying to do some work, but do get taken... Or, well, just Pantheon got taken down. There goes Vi. And Karma trying to stay alive, trying to get out. I don't know if she's going to be able to get out of this. That is Lee Sin and a Maokai, but she may... She may live! The Karma walks away unharmed. Mundo coming up. He is going to be able to kill this Lee Sin if he decides to stick around. But we'll see. He did pick up that health relic. Oh, Mundo sees blood. He's going for it. Popping that ult, running in as fast as he can. And Lee is just going to safeguard over to Maokai and be totally fine. Meanwhile, Jarvan was capping that top point the entire time, so they will be able to reclaim this. But bot lane... This point is finally going back over to jubjub, but Zyra is there. She's going to be able to get the double snare down. Oh, very nicely done. That is going to be a lot of free damage onto both of them. She might actually be able to hold this point off on her own while her team gets top. The BFT going down onto Jarvan. The tether comes out. That is probably going to kill him. Will the BFT damage tick? And he will go down, and then Vi comes up to help clean up the Maokai. Alright. And meanwhile, bot lane, that point is still neutralized, showing these new guys why Zyra is kind of an important ban sometimes, because she is very frustrating to deal with top or bot lane. And Vi going in, the Bruiser Buddy combo is going to prevail. Oh, so close. Does manage to go down. Let's see if Pantheon can clean up the kill. But so close, the Lee Sin flashing away. He does have that slow. Oh, very nice guard there by MMK, jumping in front of the Pantheon so he did not have to take the Q and was able to keep capping. And it looks like Lee Sin going to try to kick away Mundo, but it's not going to matter. Bot lane again goes back to Zyra. It is in her control. And she's just zoning them out. No one is allowed out of this base right now. And that is going to be GG to Williaf Gaming. Oh man, oh man. Alright, let's get this post-game screen up for you guys. Looking at our builds here, everything's pretty standard coming out for Williaf. They had their pen, they got their Bruiser Buddy duo going, they had Man pick up the Black Cleaver, so him and Pantheon can deal lots of damage with that Shred. And then Lee Sin opting for a Phage, going into Randuin's. He was bot lane, I believe, for most of the game. Well, at the start, rather. So I don't know if I would have gone for the Phage against the Zyra. Normally you want to get a lot of lifesteal, get some good pen on you, and you just got to try to blow her up as fast as you can. Meanwhile, Jayce looked to be going for that Trinity Force. That's an okay start, but you don't want to go for that Brutalizer first. You never want to go for the Brutalizer if you're going into Trinity Force. And go for the Brutalizer, you go for your pen and your Infinity Edge. It's not very wise to go into kind of the half, I'm going to do super carry, half, I'm going to do bruiser build. Doesn't work out too well. Alright, and let's take a quick look at the damage dealt graph and before we get into our next game. And that Mundo dropping the 12k damage onto people, that was insane. Jayce did have his damage up there, but it's because he was sitting in the back being very safe, played it very well. And Bruiser Buddies did do a good chunk of damage. Karma coming up there with that second place for her team. But we are going to get into round number 3. I actually need to see what game we're casting because I heard one of the games got really delayed. So it might take a second or two, so bear with us while we go to commercial. And we'll be back. I might actually stop back and pop back in and answer some questions for you guys. But we'll see how it goes.